Once upon a time, in the heart of Africa, there was a small village surrounded by tall trees and flowing rivers. In this village lived a hunter named Ochin. He was known for his kindness, generosity, and unmatched hunting skills. Ochin had a beautiful wife named Nyoko, but unlike her husband, she was selfish and cruel. She was known for her sharp tongue, and no one in the village dared to cross her. One day, Ochin set out to hunt in the dense forest. He told Nyoko to prepare a meal for him when he returned, as he expected to bring back fresh game. Nyoko, however, had other plans. She spent the entire day gossiping and boasting about herself to the other women of the village. She didn't bother to gather firewood or prepare any food. When the sun began to set, Ochin returned from the forest carrying a large antelope on his back. He was exhausted but happy to have had a successful hunt. As he approached his hut, he noticed smoke rising from other homes, the smell of food filling the air, but his own home remained cold and empty. Ochin entered his hut and found Nyoko lying lazily, her arms folded across her chest. "Wife," he said,
"I have brought food for us. Why have you not prepared anything for me to eat after such a long day?"
Nyoko sat up and sneered. "You are a hunter. If you want food, you can prepare it yourself. I am not your servant." Ochin was taken aback but said nothing. He quietly prepared the meal, his heart heavy with disappointment. This continued for many days. Nyoko would not lift a finger to help, and Ochin grew more and more tired. One evening, after another long day of hunting, Ochin was walking back home when he met an old woman at the edge of the forest. She was bent over, carrying a bundle of sticks. The old woman looked up at him with wise, ancient eyes and said, "You look troubled, my son. What burdens you?" Ochin sighed deeply and told her about Nyoko's laziness and cruelty. The old woman listened carefully, and when he finished, she handed him a small, intricately carved wooden flute. "Take this," she said. "When you play this flute in front of your wife, her true nature will be revealed for all to see. But remember, use it wisely." Ochin thanked the old woman and made his way home. That evening, when Nyoko once again refused to help with the meal, Ochin pulled out the flute and began to play a soft, haunting melody. As the music filled the air, Nyoko's face twisted with anger, and she began to speak without realizing what she was saying. She insulted Ochin, calling him weak and foolish for ever marrying her. She boasted about how she had tricked him into thinking she was kind and good, while all she cared about was living an easy life. Unbeknownst to Nyoko, the entire village had gathered outside their hut, drawn by the sound of the flute. They listened in shock as Nyoko's wickedness was laid bare for all to hear. Even the village elders, who had always respected Ochin, now saw the truth. The next morning, the elders of the village summoned Nyoko. "You have betrayed your husband and the entire community with your selfishness and cruelty," they said. "We cannot allow you to remain here." Nyoko, realizing her wickedness had been exposed, begged for forgiveness, but it was too late. She was banished from the village, forced to wander the wilderness alone.